All right, welcome everyone to the Xandrieth after party, and of course we have guest of honor tonight. Xandrieth is with us. We also have Megan in here with us. We have the HR department's with us as well here.
That was my first thought.
Michael Earhart is with us. Captain of the ship, Stephanie Helms is with us. My very good friend Mage Grey Wolf has made this one tonight, and also my brother from the other coast, Mr. Canadian Hollyman, is also here with us. And you never know who else will pop into one of these, so stick around. Maybe some shenanigans will happen, as usual.
Should we take a chance and post the link right in the chat, and whoever wants to drop in can drop in?
Living dangerously, I see.
I sure. I don't know really. Mikey did it last time, so I'm not entirely sure how the hell you do that.
I can do that. I can't pin it, but I can post it.
Oh, I see. I guess. Yeah. How the hell would you even pin it?
All you do is
But there it is. If anybody wants to join us in the StreamYard, there is the link.
No. What am I doing here?
You highlight the post, you click on the three dots, and it should say pin and post.
What am I doing?
All it says is remove.
He's not listening.
Yeah.
What?
All it says is remove.
Only the channel owner can pin it, or someone who's got those privileges.
You stupid fucking thing, you.
Fuck
you fucking fuck.
Fuck you too.
No tons. I have my backup Gandalf, right? I have my backup. I always have a backup.
Yeah, but you need like mega long arms to use that fucking thing. It's like way out here. You got to hold the damn pipe. Like, how long does it take you to take a drag off that thing? Like 10 minutes? You go
2.3.
It finally makes its way up the fucking.
I'm an F1 fucking pit stop.
Okay.
Back in the 80s, my buddy had just bought one of those 6-foot graphics. Remember them really long ones that somebody across the room had to actually light for you?
Yeah.
And he had it over at my house. My dad was supposed to be out bowling that night. Well, he came home early, opened the door, and saw that, and just the color drained out of his face. And he was like, "Doper, get out of my house, you doper!" I'm like, "It's weed, Dad. Calm down."
So, Xandrieth, I wanted to mention something to you. I went out for my quick smoke break or whatever, and I came back in, and my roommate had ordered Indian food. I said, "Whoa, wow, is that kind of in honor of the guest I have on tonight?" She goes, "You know what? You mentioned that, so probably because all of a sudden I was craving Indian food, and I don't know why." So she gave me some pakora, so I had some of that before.
Oh, you get that too. Nice.
Yeah.
Pakora is more of a street food. So, when people say Indian food, that's not the first thing that comes to mind. But that's very popular here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's good stuff, right? So,
it is good.
I mean, I like all the different versions: the chicken pakora, the fish pakora, the vegetable pakora.
Yeah.
To me, I could eat all three of those and be happy. So,
I do like pakoras too.
Yeah, me too. It's good stuff. Anyway, one thing I do want to mention real quick before we get into our usual shenanigans here on the show. Today in Canada is officially Truth and Reconciliation Day, which talks about, or we hear the stories of our First Nations peoples, with stuff that they went through during the, I guess, the early eras of the colonization and the residential schools and stuff like that, and finding the children that were missing and all that. So that's what everyone is focusing on today. Is and the best way to do that is to listen to their stories and understand the things that they've been going through, and reach out to them and stuff like that, and say, hey, we're with you now, and things are different, and at least we would hope they would be. But there's a lot of assholes still out there. But that's basically what it's all about today here in Canada. Unfortunately, I don't own a single orange stitch of clothing, so I do have other than this. So I do have a pin that I have over here.
Orange today? I didn't realize.
Well, it's supposed to be today. It's I posted that on my Twitter. I posted the little sign for Truth and Reconciliation today to just let people know that that's what we're celebrating here in Canada today. Not celebrating, recognizing. I think it's a better word, because nobody wants to celebrate the tragedies that happened to the First Nations peoples. So.
Well, technically,
Anyway.
it's anime to the rescue again.
What's that?
Technically, it's anime to the rescue again with the orange
And
clothing.
oh yeah. For today, anyways, for sure.
I wore orange this morning when I was playing disc golf, though. So I did wear
Perfect.
orange.
There you go. There you go. I just don't have any orange clothing, which is.
But that sweater's stinky right now, so I'm not wearing that right now.
I thought I could smell something. Jesus, why don't you wash that thing?
Well, I will.
Orange rather has the bad connotation here in India because that is that's the Hindu nationalism color. Like the exact color is saffron,
Oh,
but
wow.
it's very common. It's very similar to orange. So yeah, that's their color, and that's not fun here.
That kind of explains, like, when I've seen videos and stuff of the celebration of Holi and all the colors, powders and stuff that they throw around, you never see orange. It's always blues and yellows and pinks and stuff like that you see them chucking up in the air.
The Holi thing is a bit different because the colors in Holi doesn't really has to do anything with Hinduism color. It's like anything you can get your hands on. And they originally came from the popular colors that was available naturally. Now they're mostly synthetic, but that's the source. So the plain colors were never popular in orange. They were usually yellow, purple, and red and other stuff that you see. So that has kind of carried forward now. So orange is not the primary color you see in Holi. You will find orange in like other celebrations which are not colorful, if I may say, like Ram Navami is a big thing, and almost any other orange is a big Hindu color here.
Okay, very good. We have a large population here where I live, so we get to take part in all sorts of different celebrations here. And I usually go down there and hang out because lots of my friends are involved with that. So I get to the best part again is the food. So,
yeah,
and the fireworks.
Food times
and stuff
over
that they
everything.
do. Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of fun though. I have people texting me all of a sudden. That was you, Ollie?
Texting.
Oh, it's my
not
friend
me.
Craig letting me know that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals here in Vancouver is October 8th, next Sunday at Bonsar Stadium there. So you got the info. Your call.
Guess what Neil's doing next Sunday?
Well, I'll have to go late because I always take my mom for brunch every Sunday. So
I bet you there's a restaurant there on site. Just take her with you.
I'll teach her how to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
I can't even get her to turn the TV on, dude. Come on.
Oh, you just take her there and she'll have a nap. We play.
Like, we got her a voice activated remote, and she's like, "Hello, TV, can you put on Jeopardy?" Like,
Oh,
no.
Hello, TV. Cute. That's awesome.
RCA slave, turn on Jeopardy now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny, but that's all right.
I have a question. Is HR like short form of your name, or are you supposed to be HR? I'm very curious.
So it's both a part of my name, but it's also to maintain a little bit of anonymity online. But I taught art classes. I don't know if they have drinking and painting classes as a thing over there, but they would. I taught classes where people would come and drink, and I would teach them how to paint a painting while they were drinking. Didn't always go well.
It had to go awesome though. Come on now.
But there were two other people with my same name. And I was the one that everyone asked questions to anyway. So they nicknamed me HR, and I've been going by it for years now.
That's good. That's good.
Stephanie,
You know it, tons. Yes, my name is Howard.
that's awesome. How come I wasn't there for that?
What happened?
Because you didn't go to the Italian restaurant. That is
Snooze, you
better.
lose.
That's better on what was the 1st of July, I think it was.
I see
Or
Drew
somewhere around there.
McCoy. I see Jagazis.
That's a cool picture.
You need to make that
Oh,
one
yeah.
bigger.
Can we make it
Can we
bigger?
make
Yeah,
that
I'm trying to
larger?
see.
Yep, certainly
Yeah.
can.
A solo
Hang
her.
on.
Let's see Stephanie's last supper.
There's Nick, Thomas,
Dr. Ben.
Drew,
SR.
Thomas.
Dr. Ben's in there.
SR.
Wonderful.
Pariah.
Yeah. Jacazis, yeah. He's also Godless Granny. What's her name?
Yeah, bus engineer.
There's Thomas. 2 Thomases in there.
Who's it?
Holy Kool-Aid's with Dr. Ben there, and the other Thomas is sitting beside.
Yeah.
Why can I not remember their name? Fuck.
You got me now.
Right
I'm
underneath
stuck.
you in
Oh,
the
shit.
picture.
I
Yeah.
I know.
Rudy? Is that
And
Rudy?
Elliot.
Yeah,
Rudy.
Rudy.
That's
Yeah,
it. Rudy.
Rudy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Elliot.
Yeah.
Is that Elliot that's
Rudy.
whispering in your ear?
Yeah, that's SR. That's Elliot.
Yeah. No, that was a lot of fun.
It's a cool picture.
Yeah, it is. Awesome.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
love that picture.
Looks a little bit like the Atheist Last Supper.
Exactly. I think that's what they're going for.
Yeah, they were going for that.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for.
That is in fact what we were going for because there were 13 people there, right?
Yeah.
It was
Perfect.
It was perfect. Yeah.
And now we just need a reincarnation of Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, all good people too. I miss hanging out with all those guys. I miss hanging out with everybody, but of course we all live all over the fucking North American continent, and some of us in India. But
Yeah.
but hopefully one day all of us can be hanging out together again and having a good time.
Still waiting for you all to come out here to PEI.
Oh, Native Atheist,
Oh,
welcome.
okay.
You just missed me talking about Truth and Reconciliation Day here in Canada, which is a holiday here now to make better relations with First Nations folks and reparations for all the bullshit that the colonists put them through here in the residential schools and everything. So that's what
Shannon
we're.
was retweeting a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah, I did too today. Put out there, and
Her name is.
there's a foundation started by tragically hip singer Gord Downey before he passed away from brain cancer with one of the First Nations chiefs. I can't remember which group it was, but they became very good friends. And the foundation is started by the two of them for all this sort of thing. So yeah, very cool. They made him, before he passed away, they made him an official member of I think it was one of the Ojibwe tribes, I think.
I'm not sure, Neil.
I think that they made him an official member of because of the work that he did. What the hell is that?
I don't know, something
I
squeaky.
feel like it came from Ollie, whatever it was.
Wasn't Ollie.
Wasn't me
That's
either.
Not me.
saxophone noise? I don't know what that was.
That was a horn,
Weird
dude. It was a
creaking or
fancy car horn.
something.
It was odd.
My hands are busy busting up weeds, so it's not me. They're already sticky right now. I wouldn't touch anything else.
Somebody in Tijuana.
Atheist Last Supper equals bottomless shrimp.
Yeah, I was just
There
reading
you
that.
go.
Simplest one. Gotta throw some beef in that as well to please the Hindus.
Yeah. Some delicious steaks on the barbecue and some bottomless shrimp. Yeah, there we
Some
go.
pork in there
Oh,
too.
yeah. Throw it right in
Some
there.
pork in and some lobster
Yeah,
and
yeah.
crab and
Yeah.
Bacon.
oysters.
Got
Sorry,
bacon.
pork. Mm.
Yes, bacon. Yes, bacon.
Yeah.
I just learned that here in the
I've
States.
tried
they-
bacon, but
Oh, go ahead.
I haven't tried a steak yet. Like steak, that's something still on my list. Like I've had beef, but not in steak form.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get over
Steak
here,
is
man.
not-
We'll fire up a
Steak
barbecue.
is not that popular here. Steak is not
No,
very,
I guess
that
not.
popular.
I would
No.
imagine not.
No, it's I mean, not just with the beef thing. Like you can get steaks here, but they're usually like pork or chicken. But
Mm.
the overall
Hey,
steak
Jen.
as a dish is not that popular.
Right.
Jen, you want,
Neil,
join?
last
Oh.
night you told me I needed to put something in as my description, and I can't remember what it was. I tried to go through the part where you said, but it was some kind of weird thing.
Oh yeah, right. That's right. Was it It was PSP. I remember that. Shit, something perverted because we
It was
mentioned the
very
handheld
perverse.
game.
Yeah.
Shit, what was it? Fuck. Yeah, I'd have to rewatch that. It was like perverted.
Yeah, it was extremely perverse. I can't remember what it was.
It was so funny.
Okay. So
Anyway.
Jiraiya vibes are really strong here.
The what?
Jiraiya vibes.
The Jiraiya vibe?
Oh,
I'm gonna get the
Percy
coat. They have a Jiraiya coat you can get. I'm gonna get that. And I want to get his headband with the fucking horns on it. So I want to get the headband.
There you go.
Oops.
Ollie.
Ollie.
That sounded good.
The dog came over. Just drop something for me.
Yeah, it is. There goes another Gandalf pipe right there. Like, done.
Oh.
Oh no.
He wants a
Oh,
puff.
no. Oh no.
Yeah, let me see if I
Dead
can
City.
find that.
So see the meme of the dog in the weed fields. Like, I lost the ball, but it's fine. It's all fine.
Oh, yeah.
Coffee grinder.
The more popular one is the one with the fire. The dog sitting in a house full of fire. It's fine. Sipping a bit of coffee or like
Yeah.
it can be tea too. But yeah, that's a fun one.
All right. let's
Such
see what I can
awkward
find.
silence.
Mm,
Ooh.
One thing that I love, I do find
it
really
awkward?
cool about like the
I love
Hindu-
awkward silences. They're real weird. I'm just like,
Well, I'm an introvert, so for me there are no awkward silence.
go ahead.
Only awkward small talks.
But Hindu temples are really cool. They if you never look them up, the sculptures are very cool. There's some optical
yeah, they are.
illusions built into the sculptures and what they do with corners and some very cool stuff artistically there.
Yeah, they are there, but they are not all like if you have to go to some specific ancient ones, and they are cool. So
I was gonna ask, are they still make them so intricate, or are modern ones more plain?
the modern ones are more plain, and the thing is, just like with churches and stuff, people build them up out, like everywhere, anywhere, out of nowhere, and so the goal is not. Oh, cool. The goal is not architectural marvel. The goal is just donations and stuff. So they are as plain can be. But when you look at some specific ones, some old ones, the very old ones that has still existed and are doing well now, they are the ones where you get to see good architecture and good artistry. So they are places that I like to visit for the sake of the architecture that I get to witness, because I take interest in art and stuff. And yeah, that's where I don't mind. But when you go to an average temple, it's really plain. Nothing. It's usually white, but really plain.
Yeah, I still very much enjoy just researching and looking at the ancient mythologies and the ancient temples of various places, because they're all really, really cool.
Oh yeah.
Just for the
I've been on a
artistic,
kick of watching those documentaries.
yeah. So just for watching
Go
the
ahead.
artistry of it and the mythology, there's some interesting stories, but not that I believe it or anything. But yeah, there's just some really cool stuff there, and I've gone down a few rabbit holes watching videos of temples that just look really cool.
Hey, Jen.
Hi-oh. I had to cut off most of my hair because it was
Hi.
dreadlocks.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't brush my hair for like a month, and then it. Anyways, how's everyone doing? I haven't talked to any of the atheist community in forever.
Yeah,
Good.
doing fine, everyone.
Doing okay.
Just ducky.
It's funny,
You just
HR.
said
My
what?
my algorithm on YouTube is a lot of like, the history of certain religions and stuff. My boyfriend's like, for a non-believer, you watch a lot of religious stuff. I'm like, it's fascinating to me how people can believe this stuff. I mean, it's crazy. He's like, oh, 'cause he's Muslim, and he's like, sure that someday I'm gonna convert, or I'm sorry, revert, because Muslims all think that we were born Muslim, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have a little bit of that too. I watch a lot of documentaries about ancient societies and ancient temples and ancient mythologies, and some people just don't get it. They're like, you don't believe this stuff. Why is it so interesting? Because it
Have
is.
you all seen the videos debunking like the lost civilization or like stuff like that, where like people are like, "Oh, there was a global spanning civilization like in the Ice Age," and it's just like because they like look at like mountain formations and shit, and they're like, "This is obviously a pyramid," and it doesn't even look like a pyramid, and like people have been debunking it. That's like the main thing I've been watching.
I watch a good bit of that too.
Oh, don't forget the very scientific show known as Ancient Aliens.
Yo, I gotta check
Yeah.
out this.
Oh, the Skinwalkers one has
Very-
the Skinwalkers
very
one.
scientific.
Everybody here is freaking about the Skinwalkers one, and I
Why?
can't keep. I know a lot of
I have-
people that are like convinced of it, and I
That
try
was
to
like
tell them.
2010.
I'm telling you, it's the
more to
dumbest
come.
thing in the
People are
world.
talking about, like,
I
when to
haven't
go
heard that.
to, like, skinwalkers and shit, and it's so cringe because like
It
they're
is.
all misinterpreting like Native American culture and like mythology and shit, and it's usually some like cracked out conspiracy theory like white guy.
Yep.
I can't believe the hold it's got.
That's
on
one I
some
haven't
people.
heard yet. Skinwalker.
I've been
Skinwalker,
going.
It has a good name to it.
Rabbit
Reminds
hole,
me
Rabbit
of the White Walkers of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's got that ring
Have
to
you
it.
seen
Or
what was
Skywalker.
the conspiracy video I saw? It was like another rabbit hole where people don't understand anything. The fucking megalodon shit that's been like trending. Like
Oh, yeah,
I could
yeah,
probably make 1 million views if it just was like, oh, the megalodon's real. Here's some footage of a megalodon, and like just like post some random shit. Cause like they get millions of fucking views.
Yeah,
When
it's
I-
usually
when I was-
always about the views, nothing more than that.
When I was deconstructing, I allowed myself to go down many YouTube rabbit holes, and I listened to everybody. And one of the craziest ones was Mud Fossil University. He
Oh my
literally
God.
believes
Oh
that
my god, that guy's amazing.
ancient statues were real people, and any type of giant rock formation that you find is the Nephilim. They're the bones of the
Jesus.
Nephilim.
Or a
One time he went
vagina.
down.
He's fantastic.
He has whole
He is-
videos
he is a-
pointing.
Or genitals.
He's
You know,
obsessed.
it's like
He has entire
Roger or
videos
something
about
else.
how rocks were our genitals, our ancient
So-
genitals
And he
that
snickers.
have stones.
I'm
okay.
gonna see what I've got here.
And oh, you have the feather.
I've got the feather.
my God.
I'm all
Oh
ready
my
for
God.
it, you know.
Okay, gives a new meaning to getting your rocks off.
Have you all seen like the terrace in Peru? You know the
Yeah,
terrace in
he
Peru?
laughs like a
everyone's,
little kid,
nothing for a staircase.
What?
I'm
Say
sorry,
it-
I stepped
say
on you. Say it again.
There's a terrace in Peru. I think it's an ancient terrace, and people are like, "Oh, it's the staircase of giants." There is a literal tiny
yeah, yeah, yeah.
staircase for humans in the middle
Right
of it.
beside it.
Why would
Yeah, I just watched you guys talk
Why
about
would there be tiny steps if Nephilim built it? Not that they're real,
God
but like
works in
still,
mysterious ways.
like come on, people.
The Devil's
Yeah,
Stairway.
that's
There's some place called the.
People are just
Devil's
crazy
Stairway.
nowadays. I've noticed like the world's getting even crazier.
Sorry, I couldn't hear both of you at the same time.
No, there's some place called the Devil's Stairway somewhere. It's some kind of
y'all go ahead. Sorry, I've been talking
natural
through it.
monument kind of thing. Yeah. But that's a natural monument. It's not really, not exactly what the name
not
means.
staircase.
It's just a cool name.
I think that all that stuff is partially because us humans like a mystery and like to are pattern seeking, and so we want to find a pattern. And I also think there's two mentalities at work, and one is that brown people couldn't have built that, and the other is that we're smart, we're modern, we know everything. Ancient primitive people could never have built that, so it had to be some futuristic aliens that did it. I think that's
Or some
what's
ancient
behind-
civilization
either
that
aliens
was
or
far more
aliens.
technologically advanced than we knew.
Yeah.
That actually
it's always
is
either
the
aliens or aliens.
Oh, I guess.
So, Jen, you have to say that again. You're kind of drowning out on us, sir.
Will's mic
Sorry,
is
I'm
really
using my
loud.
phone and I have Wi-Fi.
You don't need to get that close to the
Um,
mic. You're really loud. You're cool.
Sorry, my phone's just also like I'm like a foot away, but I think my camera's like here. I'll extend. It's always aliens or like Atlanteans or like I've seen a video about like someone talking about space Jews. I think it was Spirit
From
Science.
History of the World Part
Y'all know
2.
Spirit Science,
What-
right?
Oh, Spirit Science.
Well,
Oh,
we get
wow.
into
Oh, fuck.
South Park. Well, we getting into South Park here? Space Jews.
South Park.
That's an ancient demon.
Space
South
Race.
Park is very cool. I got to answer Michael though. Yeah, Michael asks that there are food restraints in Hinduism. That is very common. There are very different types of food restraints, and like depending on which sect you are belonging to, like just like any other religion, there are several sects in Hinduism, and depending on the sect you are belonging to, and depending on your caste, yeah, the restraints vary. The most common ones that you don't eat beef, but a lot of Hindus are also vegetarians by religious constraints, and not just vegetarians. They also cannot eat onion and garlic and some other food of that category, vegetables of that category. And
Wow.
like there's some mythology that garlic and onion came out of ashes of some demon, and oh yeah, of course it doesn't make sense, so that kind of contributes to restrictions on eating them. And Google Eats has sent my McRibs. I hope they reach I hope they reach like hot enough, otherwise I'll give a monster review.
Google Eats is at it again, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny. Mr. X.
Will looks like he has a halo with the fan over him.
Yeah, it's the light. There's a light just above me. Or it might be because I'm divine, you never know.
We'll go with that one, sure. Why not?
Yeah. I don't mind donations.
Crap. Are we tithing now? Like, what's going on here?
So, like in Hinduism, the donations have a name, like it's called pranami. Like pranam is expressing respect. So from pranam, the term is pranami. You are giving respect to the religious organization. And yeah, you can send that to me. I'll bless you. I don't mind.
Going back slightly to what we were talking about with ancient temples and ancient aliens, have you ever heard of Praveen Mohan?
Oh yes, I have. He's such a big conspiracy theorist here. Yeah, I did not discover him through his channel itself. Like I haven't watched any of his videos directly. There's a good channel called Science is Dope. It's a science channel, like not a fully atheist channel. The guy is atheist, of course. It's a science and critical thinking channel, which the guy is called Pranav. I think his name is Pranav. He debunks this kind of misinformation, and he has a video on Praveen, and that's how I got introduced to Praveen. And oh boy, There's another channel called The String. That's a channel I have watched a few videos of just because some friend sent me that you should watch this. Not because they believed it, but because they were having a laugh and they wanted me to have a laugh as well. And his channel recently got blocked by YouTube. I think YouTube finally realized, oh, this is dumb. We should not allow this to be here because he's a complete conspiracy theorist. He's not related to just temples. He has a lot of political conspiracy theories.
Oh, he has a
Everything
lot
is
of stuff.
anti-India. Yeah, so his channel recently got blocked, terminated by YouTube. Good job, YouTube.
He's back.
Yeah. Oh, he's back. Okay. I'm not
he got back
surprised.
on. But because he's basically kind of like ancient aliens over there. And he oh my.
Talk
My
about being
God.
rock hard, jeez.
Isn't there like a whole documentary on Netflix called like
This is a Bad Science Sunday episode where we went through Roger's crazy crap. Like giant, perfectly preserved human shit.
I mean, crazy people are always the best topic.
That's crazy.
Somewhere in this is the vagina cave. It's like,
Oh yeah, he's got one of those too. At
Roger.
one point, he thought that the Earth was literally like making an embryo. Roger of Mud Fossil University is crazy. But yeah, Praveer
He's out of his
Mohan, if
mind.
you ever see him, he's like the Indian ancient aliens. He has some good footage of the temples, but the theories that he makes up about them are fun and interesting. And because I like ancient documentaries and stuff, he came up in my YouTube. It's hilarious.
He's fabulous.
It is. It really is.
I found
hilarious.
him
I
from-
haven't watched this video. I have watched clips and my first thought is people believe this. I know people believe this, but I find it almost unbelievable that people believe dumb shit like that. Like how? Just think for 2 seconds and you realize, oh wait, that's dumb.
If you look in his
That's the
comment
problem. You
section,
said
people
think.
really do believe.
Thinking
yeah, of course.
you have ancient secret knowledge that no one
I
else
used to
has
think that
is
shit.
quite a prospect rather than just boring reality, I guess.
It's not just that. What happens is, if you look at this is very common in all religious societies. I've noticed, like right now, what we have is thanks to science, but religion don't want to thank science, so they build up conspiracies that societies back then when God existed among humans was much better. They had some crazy technology that has lost due to negligence or society moving away from God and other kind of bullshit to please themselves and stuff like that. Because like in Hinduism kind of starts very early. Like it's probably one of the oldest surviving religions.
I think
So,
it is the
uh,
oldest
it-
surviving religion right now.
Yeah, it probably is the oldest surviving religion. So and the other thing is when you look at other popular religions, they have a relatively young earth theory. Like the young earth theory is a thing of Christianity, but something similar is very common to other religions as well, like when God created the earth in some time. But Hinduism goes a different direction. Like there are different yugs. Yugs are in a way eras. And there is Satya Yug, Treta Yug, another one I keep forgetting, Kali Yug, which is now going on. And each Yug is a very huge span of time. So, like, according to Hinduism, Hindus and gods existing like billions of years, if not millions. Sorry, millions of years, if not billions. And so the theory, hence the ancient theory is kind of a very self-pleasing theory where everything existed before and it got lost. And yeah, that stuff. Like because in Hinduism, gods did not just create Earth; they actually were living on Earth before they moved on to heaven, and humans came into Earth. So yeah, it's probably even older than what science says Earth is as old. Like what
Tons
I
of
think
mice
it's
needs
a
to stop
4.5.
my religion.
Oh yeah, they don't. That's very nice.
Neil, I'm actually taking my kiddo to a Lego brick fan fest at the end of the month. Where
Nice.
they have like giant foot big, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 foot builds.
Oh.
My hometown has Legoland. The whole theme park of Legos. It's crazy.
Ross showed up.
Yeah.
You see that? He said to say hello.
Oh wait, he kind of he's like the opposite of me. I'm a night owl and he is a morning person. He kind of wakes up early. He actually, I'm sure this is his regular time, while I woke up for this. I usually go to sleep at like, I try to go to sleep at 2. I fail and usually go to sleep at around 3. And so there's no way I wake up this early.
Not normally,
Not
but
very
then
well.
you had me come along and say, "Hey, I got to get you up early."
Oh, my mom would be very happy if it was a
Just
regular
like-
thing.
Just wait, don't you community? You'll stay up all night long. I've done streams with like purple rounds of orange that last to fucking 5 a.m.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We don't do
there's-
those anymore.
I've gotten
We have
up to go to
streams
work and
that
see
are-
you guys live. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we'll have
I'm-
streams that are all night long from like 11 p.m. to like noon the next day. Although, try to keep it under 12 hours.
All
Oh,
night
damn.
long, all night.
I was
watched-
recently recording a episode with a friend. Like there was a lot of catching up to do as well, and the conversation flew a lot within the topic. And like I started at something around 1 a.m. and it ended something around 5 a.m. and then
Next day?
Oh no, it's 1 a.m. Yeah, in a way it's next day, but in a way it's same day because after 12 the day has started. So it's 1 a.m. to
Right.
5
Right,
or
right,
something
right,
like
right,
that.
right. Oh, I
But
thought
it was-
I thought you meant you went 1 a.m. and then went all the way around the clock to 5 a.m. the
Oh
next
no,
day.
no. Oh
Insane.
no. That's insane. My ears would hurt.
There was time I could do that, but I remember we stayed up for 72 hours straight, I think. And by the time that we went for
My-
coffee and we were pouring
That
sugar
is
in our
my
coffee, one
highest.
guy fell asleep and there was a mountain of sugar in his coffee.
When you're nocturnal, the next day doesn't start until till daylight.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. I wake up at what? 11 something as an average.
That's not
11
that
would
bad.
be my average.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad because I slowly realized and developed to wake up relatively early because back in college I would stay up all night, have my breakfast, go to sleep and wake up at like 5, 4
When class
not
was
4,
over.
something like yeah, when class was over. Yeah, exactly.
I usually go to bed at 11.
Oh damn, that's
Oh, I'm
impossible.
well
for me.
asleep by 11.
I don't remember the last
I miss
AM.
being a
I go to
student
bed at
because I could
11
stay up
AM.
for like 3 days straight.
What is sleep?
When y'all were younger, did you ever like pull an all-nighter 3
Whole
days?
thing.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what the 72-hour thing was, yeah.
Yeah.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I did that
Start
in the
hallucinating.
I remember.
Yes, you do.
I remember I went to China and I did not sleep on the plane because it was just horrible.
Yeah.
So I stayed up for 3 days.
When I was in the militia, I volunteered for a weekend's worth of work. We started Friday morning at 7 a.m. driving vehicles. There was 5 of us driving vehicles from Moncton to Charlottetown, which is about a 3.5-hour drive. But we had over 100 vehicles to do between the 5 of us.
That's rough.
So and a weekend to do it. So it was like take one vehicle, drive over to Moncton, pick 4 more vehicles up, drive back, etc. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The only rest we got was during that brief little bit. Okay, only one person's driving back to Moncton, so the other 4 people were crashed, and we take turns which one of us was resting during that. So We didn't finish until sometime on Tuesday. We started on a Friday morning.
Damn.
We
But
took
you
us
got
over
you got
24
some
hours to
like
get the
some sort of a
cars
nap
off
in
the
there, right?
bridge.
Because
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
doing naps, cat naps.
I don't know
Otherwise,
if
there
I
would have
trust
been
you
accidents.
driving.
So it was kind of crazy. That was the only time in my life I've ever drank coffee because I don't like coffee.
Oh,
You don't need to drink coffee, dude. There's other ways to do it.
There's no dose. There's illegal
No,
drugs.
no.
Come on.
The sergeant that was in charge
People on the
of
job. That's what I did.
because we were getting drowsy forced us to drink coffee.
Wait, I missed what you. I've missed the beginning of what you said.
I said the sergeant that was in charge of what we were doing forced us to drink coffee when we were starting to get drowsy.
Yeah, that
Doesn't
makes
really
sense.
help.
Because otherwise, you could have gone to a much longer sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was
Get some
back in
REM.
88, right? So we didn't have like energy drinks back then and stuff like that. So
Yeah, if you're that tired, coffee isn't gonna do much.
yeah.
Yeah. So
It
take
kind
no
of
dose.
depends
Smoke a
on
bunch
the.
on the
Wake
job.
up, they call it. Yeah.
I think those little
Trust me,
5-hour
just
energy drinks were just starting to come out then, maybe. If you remember those.
Really?
Truckers had speed.
Shot one. Yeah. It was a crazy 4 days, dude.
Cocaine works.
Yeah, wasn't crack coming out about that time?
Oh no, it's already out.
Crack's always been out there. Yeah.
Don't let Big Pharma tell
Get
you
meth now.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Get the real classic Coca-Cola.
Next
Oh, yeah.
show, methed out Canadian truckers
That
gone
was a
wild.
myth.
What?
That
No,
they
I
actually
don't.
had
No,
cocaine
that
and
wasn't a
No,
myth.
that's not a myth.
No,
That's
that-
real.
That's real. That's real. Like
That's where
it's
we got
not.
the name
It's not a huge quantity. The portion is nothing significant, but it's real. It's not a theory or.
Yes, that's the reason why it's called Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Didn't Coca-Cola make a terrible version of like Pepsi Crystal
Yes.
called like I think it was like Coca-Cola Quartz, and they marketed it right next to the
was
Pepsi
Clear.
Clear or whatever it was called. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. And like they completely ruined Pepsi Clear because like they made such a shitty copy of it intentionally, so that people would get confused, and it just was hilarious to me.
Oh,
My
I never heard
recollection
of
of Pepsi Clear was it was pretty terrible, anyways. But I don't like Pepsi or Coke, so never mind.
I don't like Pepsi.
Oh, yeah. So they when launched, Coca-Cola's two key ingredients were cocaine and caffeine.
Yep.
Cocaine was derived
Yeah.
from the coca leaf and the caffeine from the cola nut. So that's why they
It
call
was
it
an
Coca-Cola.
ingredient. Yeah.
Cola nut.
Cola,
Wait.
K-O-L-A. Cola nut. Yeah.
Okay.
Also spelled
For some
with
reason-
C-O-L-A, cola nut. At the time.
Huh. Cola nut. Okay.
Yeah, but that didn't last long. So,
I know that didn't last long,
Too
but I
expensive.
haven't heard about cola nut. Huh. New
Yeah, I didn't
Wikipedia
either.
article on the red list.
LSD Sprite.
See, I love Sprite. I'd be into that.
DMT Fanta.
Asshole.
There's you know nutmeg, right? The spice nutmeg.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
So nutmeg has a what's that? MCDNA, right? What's the drug? Ecstasy. What's the chemical component of ecstasy? So nutmeg
Well-
has the same thing, but the portion is very low, of course. But nutmeg has that.
I
Really?
did not know that.
Yeah.
I actually smoked K2 spice in Florida. It's everywhere in Florida, so I mean,
I had no. What's that? I haven't heard about it. K2 spice.
Methylene dioxymethamphetamine.
Um,
So MDMA.
okay, spice is the thing that like makes like it makes 50% of people just go insane and start screaming.
Oh, fun.
Well, that doesn't sound very fun. Good. So,
No.
Yeah, it doesn't sound to be as well. Like I
No,
don't want to
sarcasm.
be
The thing
in front of
is,
people screaming.
Well,
Unless they are some
It's really
band,
good.
that's fine.
well, just living in Florida will do that to you.
Where do you think Florida man
Yeah.
from?
Hey, listen. We got bath salts. We got crocodile. We got all your poisons. We got LSD. That's actually synthetic LSD that will make you fucking like see like demons and shit. Okay, I'm schizophrenic already, so you know, all these drugs I'm on. I smoke dabs just to keep the visions out.
Dude, I can taste the sound of the colors.
What LSD is not synthetic?
That's well, there we go. There's a nice little. There you go. Nice little 3D thing of ecstasy right there. A little 3D chemical chain right there, so you can move it around and see.
Sweet.
There you
And you're a
Badass.
chemist.
Yep. Well, how do you
Whip
think I
them
found
up.
this so quickly?
Whip them up.
Yo,
That used
I'm
to be the
lagging
thing back in
behind.
the 60s. Do you know a chemist?
Yeah.
I know a
Right,
chemist.
single. Mhm.
Is this the sequel to Breaking Bad we didn't know we needed?
You know, one of my old bosses that's no longer with the company used to call me Walter White.
Uh,
I'm like, who the fuck is that? He's like, oh, you don't watch Breaking Bad? I go, no, I don't watch Breaking Bad. He goes, oh, it's the guy that makes all the drugs in the show. And I'm like, oh, so you're coming here?
Have you
looking for
watched
drugs?
it though?
I
It's a
don't
good
know,
show.
Harold. I have not watched it. I've seen bits and pieces. It's just, it's even
You should
being,
watch it. It's a good show. It's a good show.
I
I saw the first episode.
There you go, Mountain
Yeah.
Dew math.
Breaking Bad, I really enjoyed it. Like I say, I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, well, that's all right.
It's worth a watch, I think.
I've been watching
Yeah,
it with
I
my
think
wife
it's worth
recently because she hasn't seen it. I keep lagging behind, so I'm gonna exit the call just because like I feel bad for talking over people. It's just my phone keeps like lagging, so I'm gonna peace out. It was nice talking to y'all. I'm sorry I came off the internet. Too many transphobes, so I just fucking left the internet. Peace out, y'all. I'll be
Well,
back.
you're always welcome
maybe
here,
next-
Nice
Jen. You
meeting
know
you.
that.
Yeah.
You're my
Oh,
adopted
that's-
daughter. Don't forget that.
I still have the nickname on your server, Neil's adopted daughter. So, peace out, y'all. Love you. Bye.
Cheers, Jen.
Bye bye.
My phone- leave. I hate my phone.
I know.
MDMton Dew. I like that one. MD Mountain Dew. Yeah. Starbucks bath salts.
I think like mine better. Mountain Dew math.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what Starbucks would name the
Dew.
salts.
RC crack. That's funny. RC
Fentanyl
crack cola.
Fanta.
Fentanyl. Yeah.
Well,
all
we
this,
do. We already have Tide Pods and people eating that, so not
yes,
that
true
far
enough.
pressed.
Oh shit! I just thought of something funny and it fell out of my head.
That
Oh,
happens.
what the hell? Oh fuck! What was it called? All the caffeine and twice the sugar, or twice the caffeine. What the hell was that shit called?
An energy
Yeah,
drink.
it's Jolt.
Jolt
Jolt.
Cola.
Yes, Jolt Cola. Yeah.
All,
Oh.
What about Sparks?
all the
Do you remember
cocaine.
that?
twice the caffeine.
All the
all the sugar
cocaine and twice the
coke.
caffeine.
Yeah. All the sugar,
Twice the cocaine and all the caffeine.
Yes.
Sugar. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It was funnier in my head. All right. Jesus.
I probably haven't.
Had to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, like, what's the name of the cat? Megan.
Snowball.
Malibu or Boo for short. No,
Malibu. Oh.
I didn't name him. I adopted him, but it's too late to rename him. I call him
there's-
Boo when he's outside.
Oh, that's nice.
He's ghostly.
He is really a
Good to see you
lap
again,
cat.
Jen.
That's nice.
By the way, Jen's still with us, just in the chat down there. So I should say that way. Down
Yeah,
there.
cool.
There. She's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah, he's a pretty decent lap. It's a little heavy.
Lay off the
the-
Purina. Boo? Yeah, that's it. Boo. What the hell are you doing? What are all these
Covering
faces?
my
thing
face.
you got?
I don't know.
Just playing with.
There you go.
Filters.
Getting ready for Halloween. Fuck, it's not even October yet. Jesus Christ. Well, it's October
It's
tomorrow.
gonna be
I
October
haven't-
tomorrow.
October
Yeah.
tomorrow. It's close enough.
Might as well.
And it's
I see
still
Christmas
beautiful.
already coming out. I know, isn't
Yeah,
it gorgeous?
I
It's
know,
gonna
I
be
know.
lovely.
I know. I was just at Walmart yesterday grabbing a bunch of shit, and because I needed more mouthwash and I needed some hickory sticks, which is funny because Ollie was eating them when he came on, and I said, "Hey, I got some too." But they had this giant thing up TV screen. They had this giant thing of all the Halloween display stuff, and they did it quite cleverly because at the end of the Halloween display they had all the Jack Skellington stuff where he's in the Santa suit, and then you go around the corner and all the Christmas stuff is there. But it's just a few
Clever.
shelves.
Okay, that's
They only had a
creative way
few
of doing it.
they had, like advent calendars and a couple of like the tree decorations. But trust me, in about 4 days it's going to be Christmas shit everywhere in there.
Yep.
And I'm happy they opened up it disappeared for a couple of years right around when COVID hit. They didn't do it for a couple of years, but they brought back the Spirit Halloween store here, so we can go in there and check out all the
nice.
different Halloween stuff and to get some more costume ideas and shit out of there. So I'm still trying to find an appropriate hat for Rorschach because I have the Rorschach mask. Rorschach is from not Mystery Men, Watchmen, and the mask when you wear it and you breathe into it, it changes. So it's like it moves
Wait.
in the movie. Yeah.
Cool.
You breathe it. It doesn't really change, but you breathe it and part of it darkens and then lightens up and darkens and then lightens up. It's kind of cool.
Wow.
It's buried,
really
otherwise
cool.
I'd show you. Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Like Watchmen was one of my favorite movies. It's a really good movie.
That was a
And,
great comic
was-
when it came out, or it was actually a graphic novel when it first came out. So
Yeah.
It was on just last night here.
I've
it's
read
great.
the novel
Great
too.
movie.
I've read the novel too. I first watched the movie, then read the novel, and like both are great. Like,
They did a
not
pretty
change-
good job with it. Like
Yeah,
visually, it's almost like they captured every frame from the graphic novel.
Yeah,
Almost.
totally. Like I think it's that movie that made me a hardcore Zack Snyder fan. Like that's not the
Yeah.
first movie I saw of him. I think it was Man of Steel that is my introduction to him. Then I liked it and I watched other films and I really liked it. But
I was gonna say
it was,
Watchmen was older,
Watch-
but you saw the Man of Steel first.
yeah, I saw the Man of Steel first. He also did a good job with the Justice League. His cut,
His
the
version's
Snyder cut.
much better.
Oh, it is much better. I don't know what's wrong with the Warner Brothers executives. They're doing so much dumb shit with DCEU. Like they brought Snyder in. He had a different take than MCU, which is good because now DCU is just like MCU. Like it's almost the same thing, and there's no differentiation, and that's very disappointing. And the movies are very mediocre now. I watched The Flash recently, and it was the trailer really hyped me up. I loved the trailer. I was very excited. I watched the movie, and I was so disappointed.
Oh yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I forgot about that Sid Haig passed away. That's a great
well,
idea, Captain Spaulding.
For the Warshak, Kat, do you want something costumey, or do you are looking for like a real hat?
Well, I also need the coat. No, I think I found a coat. I found one that's adequate enough for it. It's a little bit darker than the tan, and you put it on, and I need a hat that's sort of the same color, as I've got the gloves already, and you can pretty much wear any pair of pants, like as long as they're a darker pair of pants. And shoes, it doesn't matter either, really. I have boots I can wear, which is fine. But I definitely need the hat. It's got to be that newsy kind of hat, the one he wears in the movie or in the book. Like it's just got the band around it, like not like a fedora, but almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing hats. I'm seeing hats sold for it. I'm seeing some costume ones and the fedora. And
the costume ones don't fit me. I've tried them. They barely sit on top of my head. So when I order hats, I got to be careful, which is why I was really pleased when this fucker showed up, and it fit me actually pretty well. So, of course, not with the headphones on, but
I gotta let my dog out. I'll be right back.
Which character are we talking about?
yeah,
I'm not
your
recognizing the
skull.
character.
Your skull's on your skull.
yeah, skull on my skull. There we go. But yeah, it's definitely cool. I've worn this a couple times and gotten a few people to, oh shit, that's a cool hat. So just randomly wearing it outside.
It is a cool hat.
And then I wear the horns.
Especially when you wear it
People are
randomly.
like, Yeah. They wear the horns.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a good look.
I will swallow your soul.
Good thing we don't have one.
Terrified.
I'm gonna go hungry.
Neil, when you're wearing the top hat, you know what I think of every time you pull it out? The Bond
Excuse me?
villain from
He said, "Pull
no,
out." Giggity.
when you put on the top hat with the skull on it, I think of the Bond villain from the I can't remember which one it was, but it's one where they're in Haiti.
Thunderball.
And he's coming up out of the grave. He's being raised up by the elevator out of the grave wearing the top hat. I always think of that.
Oh, that's Live and Let Die.
No. It's a Sean Connery one. Live and Let Die.
Well, then it's got to be Thunderball. You're not talking about Odd Job, are you?
No.
Or Random Task, as they call him in the Austin Powers movie.
Yeah.
But I can't remember which one it is. I'm sure it starts off the very first scene. It starts off with three blind guys walking down the street singing the Three Blind Mice song too. I'll think which one.
Oh, is that Dr. No?
No, it's not Dr. No.
You sure?
He said it's one that takes place in Haiti. I'll think of it in a few minutes. I don't think it's Thunderball.
In Haiti?
No, I think it's Haiti or Cuba.
Okay.
Right? It's the one with the witch doctor, right?
That's Live and Let Die.
Yeah,
No,
I think the witch thing was Live and Let Die. Like I haven't watched all the one films. I just completed.
One? I'd be very disappointed if it was a Roger Moore one.
That's what I'm thinking you're talking about too. That's what
I like Roger Moore.
Oh, he's my
He
favorite.
did a good job, but I just like Sean Connery better.
Oh, thanks, Jen. Jen just gave me some doobie money.
Nice.
It's actually going to go to Mikey because children are expensive.
Baby time.
Yeah, all the
children
proceeds
are-
for the show recently have been going to Mikey, on top of what I usually pay him every month too.
So the moral of the story is don't have kids, save money.
Yes, exactly. Can't really see my horns that well. Let me adjust the camera. There we go. What?
I have two Patreon accounts. One is for you, and the other one is for the kid.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks.
Mikey's get my money twice.
Mikey's not seeing any of my Patreon money because I also support creators as well. And usually what Patreon will do is take everything that you make that's in your Patreon account and they'll spread it out to what you support as well. So I always end up having to pay an extra like $6 or $7 every month to Patreon, but the rest of it comes out of my Patreon account. So I'm not at that level where I'm going to start seeing money from Patreon yet, unless we get some more patrons. But whatever, if it happens, it happens.
You gonna do anything cool with the Patreon?
Well, I said I wanted to do stuff like I was going to give people, free stickers and shit like that, and maybe do a special once a month patron hangout with some of the patrons. But they're like, "No, man, we just want to support you." And I'm like, "Okay." I did send out some stickers at some point, but people are just like, "No, we don't care about that. We just because I don't ask for a lot. I think my largest one is $5. So it's because I know it's tough and people."
Yeah.
It's tough to be able to want to support everybody. So a few bucks here and there is great. And it all adds up over time, but I don't need people doing $20 or $50. Like, I don't need that shit. So you want to throw in a little bit just to help our funding, then that's fantastic. So, and of course, you don't have to, of course. You can just hang out in the chat. Hanging out in the chat and interacting with us is another great way of helping out the channel because it helps.
And also on Patreon, you can subscribe and be they're rolling out where their 8 subscribers will be members of the channel, just free tier, but you can follow them and that still helps for no money.
Yes, it does. That's
For
right.
$0, you can still follow them on Patreon.
It helps.
So it is Live and Let Die. I was looking at it there.
Yeah.
It's Roger Moore's first movie as Bond.
It
So
is.
just as he was crossing over from Sean Connery, so that's probably
Yes.
why I was getting
That was
confused.
his first, and then
So
the one after that was "The Spy Who Loved Me."
yeah.
I'm
And
just
then
not a
Moonraker.
fan of Bond as a character.
Nah.
As
Well,
a kid, I loved him.
as a kid, yeah,
Me
I
too.
did. Me and
Me
my
too.
dad going to watch the Bond films. It's that's something that we did, right? So
I never got into Bond.
When,
and
my
Tools,
highest
I'm
tier
doing
apparently is
the hot
$10.
history now. When I was busting up the pot earlier, Tools asked me to do hot knives, and I didn't get to it, so I'm getting to it now.
So Mooncracker. When does the $5 tier get booby pics? You really want to see my boobies? I don't really think you want to see my boobies, do you?
There we go.
I'll show them to you right now if you want, but some people might be eating, and I don't want them to,
And YouTube doesn't really like that kind of thing.
That's right. That's right. YouTube doesn't
There's
like me.
always
in
I'm doing the
general.
reverse OnlyFans. I'm going to make people pay me not to show stuff.
Yeah.
Reverse
You're gonna have to
the
pay me to put
reverse
my clothes
OnlyFans.
back on.
Yeah.
I should go have something to eat. I'm at 5.0.
Oh shit, dude! Yes,
I
You
don't know
need
why
to do
I'm
that.
so low. I thought I had a snack earlier. I guess
We're sucking all the sweetness out of you. That's why.
I'm going to go grab an apple, so I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. Oh, he's trying to keep the doctor away. That's such a funny old thing.
Earlier this day, I was looking over the X-Men movies, and I was trying to get a layout of the sub basement. Where they had the Cerebro and all that. I don't know if for people who've seen the movie.
Oh yeah.
And I was trying to get the layout, and I noticed there was actually a continuity error in the Last Stand.
Oh.
And where they have the med lab, you have the the Cerebro on one end, and you have like a room on the other, and then you have the 6 rooms on other with the 3 rooms on the other side of the hallway.
Yeah, like the danger room and everything.
Yeah. So the med lab, trying to figure out layout, was that far end and room opposite to Cerebro. So yeah, in Last Stand you have Jean Grey bursting through the door, and it's actually the one in the bottom left comparison to Cerebro. However, that room is the changing room with all the uniforms, and actually you do that later in the movie where you have Wolverine and Beast coming out of that room, and you can actually still see a little bit into that room, and it's the changing room.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I never noticed.
I didn't notice it. I have watched all the X-Men films, I think. No, not all. I haven't watched the last 2. Not the Dark Phoenix one. No intention of watching it either. And not the New Mutants, Uncommon New Mutants. I'm forgetting what the name they gave. Other than those 2, I have watched all of them.
The New
X-Men
Mutants
is a good series. New Mutant. I think it's New Mutant.
Yes, it's what they call it, and I watched it. It's dark as fuck, and it wasn't too bad. I didn't mind it at all.
It was decent for I don't know.
It didn't go in the theater, so
No. It struggled quite a bit with getting out.
yes, it did. It did.
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
think
mind
the thing is they kind of mixed a lot of stuff, which is something that happened with Venom as well. Like the Venom movie, I haven't watched part 2. I have watched the part 1, the just Venom one, and
Oh, you haven't watched Carnage?
I haven't watched
watched it
Carnage
either.
yet. I haven't watched Carnage yet.
I liked it. I liked.
Yeah.
What's
But the
her name?
first one I watched is like every single genre, like pushed, compressed into a single film. For a while it's a comedy, for a while it's horror, for a while it's mystery, for a while it's a superhero. Like it's every genre. It just keeps changing genre every 15 minutes, which was pretty weird. Like I didn't hate it, but I couldn't exactly like it either. And by the way, Neil is now proving the theory that atheists are Satanists.
I am a member of the Satanic Temple, so
Oh, you are? Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually just finally got the T-shirt too. It's a nice one, little purple Satanic Temple logo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
But it's used rhetorically.
I've seen the Satanic church do actual good work in some aspects, like they're fighting
Absolutely.
against the anti-abortion bullshit in US and some few other good stuff. So like, and I think the funny thing is how of the Satanist churches are not exactly Satanist churches. They're more of a satire and protest against the Catholic bullshit.
Yes.
But of course, most Christians don't understand that, and I'm not surprised with that.
There you go. Woo! Satanic Temple.
Look at that.
Nice.
Right there.
Oh, that's good.
So,
There you go.
oh, the
Nice.
mothership.
That's actually fancy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And they
that
send you a
that
little
actually
wallet
is
card.
fancy. I didn't expect it to be that fancy.
They send you a wallet card you can carry around with you. They also give you the little postcard size thing that has the 7 tenets on it, which is all about humanism. And yeah, no, the Satanic Temple people don't actually believe in Satan. It's okay.
They send you
Yeah,
a spell
yeah,
from
exactly.
horns.
No, the idea of the whole Satan thing is you're the adversary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is in Hebrew, the word Hashatan means the adversary.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yes.
that.
But it has nothing
I
to
was-
do with the Satan that you know of, but they try to use that as, Hashatan is Satan. It's like, no. Has nothing to do with Satan, you morons.
I see.
Are there any beliefs that have stemmed out that aren't really in the foundational text for you? Like Satan really isn't in the Christian text,
No. This
but
is
it's
falling off.
wildly popular and accepted. There's lots of things that aren't actually in the text that have come to be common belief.
There is a lot. For example, the whole Dante's Inferno's whole hell system kind of getting incorporated into Christianity, which is very funny because he wrote the entire thing as a satire and protest against the Catholic Church, and they kind of and that becomes so popular that it almost become part of Christianity itself. And that's like one of the like top 10 animated event stories. Oh, that is so funny. I was recently, like, I'm currently talking to a Muslim girl online just for fun because, like, it's fun to know about the different stuff. And I came to know, according to Islam, Adam is supposed to be 30 meters tall. Like, how does that
What?
work? Yeah. Yeah, really. Like, actually, I was talking about fossils and stuff. And so she said that doesn't prove non-existence of God, and of course I said that wasn't the point. I was saying that it proves creationism. And like she asked how. I asked her, well, what's the age of Earth according to Islam? And then she said that there's nothing like that in Islam, which confused me. And actually, like, Islam doesn't specify any age for the Earth. So there's a lot of ambiguity that Muslims can take advantage of that. But while learning that, I also came across the fact that Adam is 30 meters tall in Islam. Like, how?
Well, what it does disprove
God
is that
being a
Adam
Muslim,
existed because nobody is 30 meters tall.
Avoids the subject of religion.
Was Adam a Nephilim? Is that what they're trying to say? Or because they were giants, apparently. And all those photos online prove it, even though they were experiments done in a very early college level Photoshop class that managed to get on the internet, and then everybody started thinking they were real fucking giants.
Thousand worth photos.
Yeah.
Now that we have generative AI doing pretty good job, I'm sure a lot of more miracles will come out as evidence.
Of course. Well, I hate to do this, guys, but I got to get out of here early because I do have to go to fucking work tomorrow. So
I've been dating.
Oh, there you go.
you're cutting out on us, Megan. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you're really breaking up.
Megan?
Maybe she's out of
I think she fell asleep like the kitty in the photo.
You're leaving us
Oh,
now.
my
Neil?
eyes cutting out.
I was just about to do hot knives on the street for tools.
All right, I'll let you
I
do
bet
the
you I can get
fucking
them in before you're
honors.
done.
Huh?
I bet you I can get them in before you log out. No, I don't want the ball. Not right now.
Also, I did. I also did not get to know the name of the dog.
Boomer.
Boomer.
Uber.
Boomer. Boomer.
Boomer. Oh fuck.
Like the expression,
B-O-O-M-E-R.
okay, boomer.
Yeah, got it.
I got my dog Molly sleeping at my feet right now.
We're not 100% sure, but we think that he was named after a relatively famous personality around here. He used to announce at the racetrack, but then about 20 years ago, he became the weather guy on the local news that's played throughout the Maritimes. His name was Boomer Glant. So we think the dog was named after him, but we're not 100% sure.
You're
You
about to
didn't name
follow
the
the
dog.
Genesis 420.
No, I got the dog when he was 3.5, 4 years old.
Mentioned.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I love you
so.
too, Jan.
He's adapted. So I think he's adopted. Like I'm guessing based on the naming story.
My
Oh,
dog
that's
adopted? Yeah, okay.
Ollie adopted you. Or Ollie adopted Boomer.
I did. He was
Oh,
at the Humane
that's good.
Society, and I went and got him.
That's really cool. One boomer you cannot hit.
Should we do a round the horn question while we're waiting on Ollie, or take our turn shilling our stuff?
That'll
or
take
something?
way too long. But yeah, if you guys want to.
Not if
wanna
we
shill
keep it
your
on the
stuff.
rails.
I'm good.
Yeah, when does that ever happen, HR?
Every
Never.
so often.
Never. Do you have a round the
so
horn
often.
question that you in mind?
No.
No.
Two
So-
weird things you just learned. Go.
It's kind of hard to do a round the horn question if you don't have one.
I'm not worried about it. But yeah, you guys, if you want to shill your
Neil's
stuff,
taking off the horns.
starting with Xandrieth or Xandrieth, if you want to shill your stuff, and then Megan and HR, and then Michael and then Stephanie, and so on and so on.
I'm good. I don't have anything to
Let
share.
people know where. Okay.
Oh,
Let them know
what
where
I'm
they can
supposed
find
to
you.
show?
Not shill. Like, hey, check out my YouTube channel. Check out my
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
That's-
I was wondering if that was going to
Advertise.
Yeah,
translate.
Advertise.
Yeah, sure.
Check out my
Uh,
Etsy page, man.
Sorry, I don't have an OnlyFans, but I have an YouTube on the same name. Yeah.
That's all right. We don't mind that you don't have an OnlyFans.
We'll manage.
Cool.
Lord.
Hot night's done. See? Took me a minute and a half.
So mostly, like I also have a YouTube channel which is under the username XandriethXs, and you will find the same username on some other platforms like Twitter, Instagram, etc. That's mostly it.
Anybody else? HR, you probably have something you want to show.
I've got a lot of stuff going on. You find me under Renewed Views or HR Johnson. I'm on Twitch.
Wait, whoa. Like, this is what I heard. A nude views.
No.
Yes, that's totally what I said. Renewed.
Renewed.
That's what I thought you meant, because that's
Oh.
okay.
Renewed. So it's
Renewed.
they were new, but they're new again.
And I
They're
can't
new
even
again.
type it correctly. I typed it incorrectly in there. There you go.
I just threw you off.
But I have a YouTube channel. I haven't been doing as much with it lately. I'm on Twitch a couple nights a week. In December, I am hosting a secular solstice celebration. We're gonna do a Dirty Santa White Elephant thing and a round of The Price is Wrong, bitch, and a few other things. So it'll be fun. I hope we see you guys there and you can participate in stealing presents from each other.
Sweet. Sounds like Hanukkah Harry. We'd steal the Christian kids' presents and give them to the Jewish kids.
Yeah, Megan, it was right before my birthday when Bob Barker died. And so for my birthday, and Trump had just gotten his mugshot. So I made a round called The Price is Wrong, bitch, where people had to guess what things cost that people were selling on Redbubble. They just pulled the mugshot and threw it on shower curtains, bedding, coffee cups.
Oh yeah, I've
Oh,
actually
it's an LF1.
seen some guy driving around here who's got a picture of that in the back window of his van.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a Christmas edition
ha
of
ha
that.
ha 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 all over the top of it is great. Anyway, Michael, you got anything you want to show? I'll take that as a no. How about you, Stephanie?
I don't know. What's coming up on? Last night, Neil came by to help me celebrate 200 subs. And 200 subs on my little YouTube thing. And I don't know what I've got coming up. I do know that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is Etchel's New England Championships in Marblehead, so I'll be doing that.
Cool.
Might get some clips on there from the alt racing, but otherwise, just hanging out and having a reasonably decent time.
Well, that's good to know. What about you, Mage?
Yeah, I got my channel Gardens Happen. There's a link to it. I'm almost to 200. I'm only nine subs away from getting 200. So
let's get them there, people.
Out. Yeah,
let's go.
Let's get them there. Let's get them there. And then we can do a 200 celebration for you too, and I'll hang out there for a little while too.
Yeah.
Ollie, what about you?
I've become pretty much regular on Speaking from the Center on Wednesday nights.
Okay.
Me, Mikey, Tim, and Mark. They talk about religious or political stuff, and I kind of make fun of them.
Attaboy.
Get honest.
All right. All right, and I guess for me, we've got some great folks coming up on the show. We got Jimmy Tux on Tuesday. We got Helping Humans, another TikToker, coming up on Thursday. We got Godless Liz, finally, coming on the show Saturday, October 7th. Sean Towers, who's an ex-preacher, who's got a huge following on TikTok and stuff. He's going to come on Tuesday. And then taking off the tinfoil hat will be here with us on Thursday. And I think that'll be the 500th episode. So... and then towards the end of the month, we got Al Trucker coming on here on the 21st.
You got him scheduled.
Stephanie C. Mendez on the 26th. But I have lots of open spots. I got the 14th, 17th, 19th, 24th, 28th, and 31st of October. And 31st is usually fun if anybody wants to steal that one because we do Halloween-y type stuff. Exactly. Maybe we'll tell some ghost stories and stuff like that.
I'm still trying to get Skids and Vila to email you so they can get scheduled.
Oh, there you go.
There are two more people from Slim's show.
Alma, hello, bye. Because we're shutting down the show.
Bye.
And then, of course,
Hi,
all the way February 29th, you're gonna have tons of mice on, right?
February 29th is that's right, yeah.
Leap day.
No, well, yeah.
No, actually, there is one this year.
Yeah. I was going to say, we'll have to make that next year on the 29th.
Normally that joke would work, but actually there will be one this year, so never mind.
That's right. 2020. No, 2020. Yeah, that's right. 2024.
Yeah, 2024, there will be one.
That's right. So you're coming on the 29th there, tons of mice. Or actually, I'll tell you what, we'll do it on the 30th. How's that? Come on February 30th. Anyway, enough of that garbage. Anyways, thanks everyone in the chat. It's great having you guys hang out with us. It's always fun to interact. And Xandrieth, once again, man, thank you for coming on and being a guest with me tonight. Sorry that Mikey wasn't here with us. We missed Mikey tonight, but it is his anniversary, and he's out there doing anniversary stuff, which is awesome. Anyway, also, thanks to all our members and patrons. If you want to become one of them, there are ways to do so, and they're linked below. If you missed the interview with Xandrieth, there's a link to that in the description box below, and there you will find Xandrieth's link tree, and you can go and check out all the stuff that he's involved in. And anyways, thanks everybody. We had a fun show tonight, I'm pretty sure. Sorry it's a little bit earlier than usual, but I got to get up early, so
it's not really.
And then I got to. Yeah, but dude, you're like in fucking ridiculous time land. Oh, we already lost somebody.
Somebody vanished. Yep.
HR.
HR.
No,
HR.
No, I'm still here. It was Michael.
Heck.
Yeah, Michael.
Michael dropped. There you go.
Michael couldn't wait.
I love how everyone was stunned and couldn't figure out who it was for a minute.
Well, yeah,
It's so
It's
quiet.
I just couldn't unmute my mic in time. I noticed it was him.
Ringo's fart.
I know what
Oh.
happened. We lost him. There he is.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's
so he's
connection
back to the out.
I knew it was you, Michael. Me and Megan were paying attention.
I was wondering why that wet dog smell disappeared. Anyway,
I looked away for a second and looked, oh, wait a minute, something's wrong.
all right. Thanks, everyone. Until next time, like I always say at the end of the after parties, like the late, great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next time.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
I'm so good at this.
There's Randolph.